guys, I hope you're all well. So today I'm filming this look for you. It's kind of like a warm purple eye. It's quite like jewel, like looking like the colours are quite jewelly, I think, like oranges with like reddy sort of oranges and then purple. I love it. I hope you do too. I've been using this palette, this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, like all month, every day. I love it. And this is one of the looks that I keep, you know, well, I was going to film it the other week, but then I felt really rubbish. And then something happened and I couldn't film it again. So I've done this look a few times and I've finally filmed it. So I hope you like it. I feel like I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial in ages. So bear with me, I feel a little bit rusty. But yeah, just got to get back in the swing of things, I suppose. Life gets in the way sometimes. But I hope you're all doing really well. And if you would like to see how I achieved this look, then please keep watching. So for primer today, I'm going to go in with Kiko Radiant Boost. I haven't used this before, but I like anything that's going to give me a bit of a glow because I feel terrible today. Like, I don't know if it's hay fever, which sounds really random for November, but I literally do feel like really like congested and weird, but I don't feel like I got a cold, but it's made me feel rubbish. And I was like, how am I going to film? But we're just going to have to go with this. Just hope my nose doesn't keep running. So I'm using this for the first time and I'm popping it all over my face. And it's just adding a really nice kind of like dewiness to the skin. Now we're all primed and a bit more glowy than normal. I mean, this hasn't added a really big glow like the Becca backlight priming filter does, but this has added just like kind of like a fresh skin look, if that makes sense. Fresh face. Ooh, I feel weird today. I hate fever. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, what was this called? Magic Foundation, and I'm using the shade 6 today. It may be a tad too dark for me, only a little bit, so I'll run it down my neck slightly, but I don't really like being this pale. This is the palest I've been in ages, but I'm saving myself because I want to tan for the weekend. Now I'm getting too chatty, let's just get into this. So yeah, I love this foundation. It adds a really nice flawless look to your skin. So I'm just going to pop pump on each side of my face, and I'm actually going to use this brush today instead of my beauty blender, and this is the Backstage foundation brush. So this is a lovely foundation and it's kind of like a buildable one. I'd say it's quite high coverage really, but not cakey. Going slightly down my neck, and if this isn't hay fever and I get ill, I'm glad I'm filming today because then I'll have another week where I can't film, and that sucks. I hate feeling unproductive. Just going to grab my beauty blender actually and just get over it slightly. I'm going to add my concealer, and it's the Maybelline Eraser Iron Light. Honestly, I say this in every video. I use it every single bloody video, I know. But I have really bad dark circles and this works for me. In the regular triangle-y sort of shape under the eye, above the lip, chin, between the eyebrows, kind of like above, like just there, and down the bridge of the nose. It's funny when I use this when I'm a bit paler because it sort of matches my foundation, whereas when I've got tan on I'm like, whoa, that seems light. Before I blend that in, I'm also going to add my cream contour, which is the Benefit HUDA Quickie Stick. This is a good shade for me at the moment because, you know, it's not very dark. It looks it like that, but once it's blended in, it's really perfect. And it does sculpt you really well. So I'm just popping that in the areas which you can see. I'm going to put a little bit on my temples actually. Now I'm going to grab my damp beauty blender and blend in the concealer first of all, and then the contour. Just pressing this into the skin as usual. Okay, now I've done the concealer. Now I'm going to blend in the contour. Again with this damp beauty blender, don't need to change it, it's fine to use the same one. And I love this contour, it's really good. I hate doing my eyebrows first because I seem to wipe off some of the product when I put my foundation on. Annoying. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt palette, and I'm going to be using this side, which is called Fire Crystal. It's the more shimmery side. Just popping it on the top of the cheekbone and running it around just the side of the brow. You can bring it further around if you wish, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put it where it suits me. Sorry if the lighting slightly changed. I realised the camera looked a little bit dark, so I've just made it a little bit brighter. I think I'm getting ill. Listen to my voice. Oh, for goodness sake. I don't get time for this. So I'm just popping that on the top of the cheekbones, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Add some to the cupid's bow and the bridge of my nose. So now I'm going to set my under eye concealer, and I'm going to be using the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, and I'm going to be using the white shade today. And then I'm going to contour and bronze up the skin using the 2 shades that aren't the darkest. So I'm not going to be using the darkest shade, but I'm going to be using the other 2. So I'm using this Real Techniques brush to set the under eye. I did find a brush that I absolutely loved, but I don't know, I've lost it somewhere. But this is still a good brush, but you know, when you just, like, I've used this brush for years, and then I found a brush that I absolutely adored, and then I've lost it. So I need to get another one. I have so many brushes, yet I always go back to the same ones. But that just shows you what's good really, doesn't it? To go over the contour, I'm going to be using that Kat Von D palette again, like I just showed you. And I'm going to be using this NARS brush. I've had this brush probably like 4 years, and it was pricey. It was so expensive, but it's worth it. It's so good. And I'm mixing the cooler toned and the warmer tone shade together, and I'm just popping it on top of where we put the cream contour. And just to the temple. So that's given a really nice shadow and a nice chiseled look. I'm going to pop a little bit under the chin. And under the tip of the nose. And because this brush is a nice like shape for contouring, I'm going to also just run it down, just print on the sides of the nose to add a slight contour there. Take my brush to the Benefit HUDA one. I'm just going to use in the warm shade now, and I'm popping that at the top of the forehead. And then with the cooler tone shade, I'm gonna run it down the front of my neck. And then just in the hollows of my collarbone, just to add some definition, but also it brings that colour down so I don't look like my neck's whiter than my face. But it adds that nice definition and makes you look a bit more defined. I think it really works. I like that on from Kim Kardashian. I'm just going to add some brow gel through. Ooh, that was close and then dropped it. I'm just going to add some brow gel through my brows. I'm going to be using the YSL Brow Couture. This is going strong. I've used this for months, every single day. I need to get myself another one soon though, because it'll probably run out, as you know, sometimes products run out and you don't expect them to. You're like, oh damn it. I like my fluffy brows. Not all of you like it, but I do. One thing I've learned, like, just do what you like. Don't worry what people think. If you like something, do it. I've done that. I'm going to do one eye off camera to save a bit of time, so you're not sat there like, hurry up Jordan, because I'm being a bit slow today. So yeah, I'm going to do one eye off camera and then I'll be back. So as you can see, I've done one eye, and I've done like this warm purple eye. I thought it was a bit different and really like it. It looks so funny with one eye done. And the palette I'm going to be using is one I've been using for like the past month or whatever, like quite a long time. And it's a HUDA Beauty Desert Dusk palette. It's such a beautiful palette, and it is fairly pricey. But I've definitely used this more than the Rose Gold palette. It's amazing. I mean, there's a shade at the bottom there called Cosmo. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's a really glittery one at the bottom. I'm not using that today, but that is incredible. The reason I'm not using that today is because it looks best when I've got a tan. so it won't give you the full effect, but perhaps I'll show you what it looks like another time. So to start off this warm purple eye, sorry, I'm going to be going in with the shade Eden, and I love that shade because it worked kind of with every look in this palette. So yeah, it's like a orangey colour, and it really makes my eyes look super blue. So I'm just going to run this through the crease and the upper crease area with this gorgeous fluffy brush from YSL, and yeah, I mean it's just a beautiful colour. I really love it. I could even just, you know, if I couldn't really bother to wear much eyeshadow, I would happily just pop that on, and it would just make my eyes look a little bit more awake and, you know, blue. Whoops. And I'm also going to run it on the lower lash line using the same brush because I want it to go quite low, so then we have a bit of a, you know, like a gradient. So I'm popping that under the lower lash line and connecting it with the shade at the top. And to be honest, you don't need to build on this very much. It's quite pigmented, so I've only gone in the pan a couple of times, and it's just, you know, blended really lovely, and has done what we needed it to do. So I'm done with that for now. The next shade I'm going to be using is next to Eden, and it's called Amber, and it's like a warmy, like rust kind of colour. A warmy. I'm using weird words today. Must be that Puritan I've taken, it's making me feel weird. So yeah, I'm going to pop this on this brush, and this is one of my newest, well, I've been using this brush loads, but it's like one of my favourites, and it's so annoying because it hasn't got a name on it, but it looks like this. You can see, it looks like this. And it's by a brand called Lily England. It's just really dense, and it gets right in the crease really easily. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a makeup artist and I've got paralysed hands, so I'm not like the best. So I need to use I need to use brushes that work well for me to be able to do the looks that I really want to create, and this brush really does help to get right in that crease. So I'm just using that Amber shade and I'm popping it through the crease. And I'm just going to build the crease up with different like shades. Going to pop a bit more on and build it up till I'm satisfied with how deep that is, and I am going to bring it up a tiny bit higher than the crease, just so you know that goes a little bit more warm and orange and beautiful. I'm just going to bring that out like a bit further than the eye, and then I'm also going to pop it on the brush and run it on the lower lash line. Because this brush is smaller, it won't go quite as low as that first shade, which is what I want. Now I'm going to go in with the bottom shade called Saffron, which is kind of like a red, like a warm red, and that will just make things a little bit, I don't know, more warm. Like, I literally haven't done a makeup tutorial in forever and I can't remember what to say. Kind of like jewel tones, so I feel very like, yeah. Pretty, isn't it? So I'm running this shade now through the crease. So we're building up on those colours, and we're kind of creating our own shades by putting them on top of other shades. Again, on the lower lash line. For the outer corner of the eye and the lower lash line, and a bit of the crease actually, I'm going to be using that dark brown shade, which is called Oud, on the same brush. So this is absolutely amazing, this brush, because I'm using it for like everything. First of all, I'm going to pop it on the outer corner, and I'm actually going to pop a bit of that saffron in with it as well, that like reddy colour, just to blend it easier. And I'm popping that on the outer corner and bringing it out. Just keep deepening that outer area. I really like always to deepen the outer corner. I don't know why, it's just my thing, I guess. And I'm just going to run that through the crease a bit. I'm not going to go quite as far in, I'm not going to bring it right in like I have the other shades. And then on the lower lash line, on the outer corner. And now I'm just going to pop a little bit more Eden on my big fluffy brush. Blow it off a little bit, I don't want to, and just blend all of that together. So there's no harsh lines. So on the base of the lid, I'm going to be using a purple, and it's called Twilight, and it's a shimmery purple shade. And what I'm going to do is wet my brush, because that colour goes on a million times better once the brush is wet, and it makes it look more metallic and stand out. I'm just popping it on. Let's see, look at that. Like, it's just lush. And obviously I'm not going to go over top of the brown on the outer corner. I am just going next to it and slightly overlapping it just so it blends. So now that's all done really. What I'm going to do is add the Fenty Beauty highlighter again to the inner corner of the eye, because in that palette there's nothing that I feel like, that's probably the only thing, there's not a very good brow bone colour or anything. So I'm going to use my highlight, that's what I've been doing on a daily basis, whatever highlight I'm using, I'm sort of putting that there. So that just kind of brightens up the inner corner, and I'm also going to pop it on my brow bone. Excuse my brows, they need doing, as to my lashes. I'm going to pop a little bit of black eyeliner. I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever Aqua XL one, and this is in the shade D12, and it's kind of like a, well, it's black, but I think it's got a bit of shimmer in it, but you can't really tell. And I'm just going to pop it on the outer corner of the eye, so up to about there, not bringing it all the way in, just kind of where we put the darkest shade. Oh, my eye's watering. So, and I think that just brings your eyes out a little bit more, makes them pop, makes it look a little bit more, you know, you could use this for day or night. I say that for all my looks, even if I have loads and loads of makeup on, I'm like, day or night. I'm going to go to the gym later, so I'm going to be like this in the gym. I always am though, it's hilarious. So I'm going to pop on some mascara, good old Too Faced Better Than Sex. For lips, I'm going to be using a lipstick I use a lot, guys, but I think it's perfect for this look. That was a bit weird. But yeah, I'm using, I don't think I've used this lip liner on my channel before, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. It's, oh, it looks like it needs sharpening actually. It's this gorgeous shade, it's perfect to overline the lips a bit, and it works with loads of different nude shades. That's already instantly given me a bigger pout really. I need my lips done, but having a little break. Gonna add a little to the centre of the lip. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW lipstick. It's stunning, I love this. It's my favourite nude at the moment. The gloss I'm using is from Buxom, and it's called Pink Champagne. So I'm just going to pop that on top. So yeah, that is the final look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, as I'm sat here just, you know, going over top of my beauty blender. I really like this look, and I really recommend that HUDA Beauty palette. I know it's pricey, but if you want something for Christmas, and you know, I think I'd recommend it. So this is the eye look, the lip look, the skin look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a little comment below, and I'll get back to you. Have a great day, and I will speak to you soon.